Let's take a look at the portfolio to kick things off, guys. We are at 19.09%. Now I'll show you guys this portfolio for that transparency. So as you know, last week we took a bit of a dip. That's normal, just due to normal market fluctuations. And as you guys know, I called the pullback in the market absolutely beautifully. And I also called the bounce that we've seen today spot on, all right? Absolutely spot on. And because of that, made a lot of money in the process, okay? And that's my aim, to get you guys on that level where you're able to go in, read the charts, know and understand the flow and exactly where markets are going to be going, because in doing so, you can make a hell of a lot of money, all right? In this video, I want to show you guys the next step, what to expect next, and then again, how to position yourself to make money from the markets. And in doing that, we've got to start with the overall market, also known as the QQQ, all right? A lot of people make the mistake of jumping into a stock, call it Apple stock or whatever, without actually forming a bias based on the overall market. Think about it. It's what we call a top-down approach. You need to look at the overall market, see what our bias is, all right? Form our bias. Once we've got our bias, then we can look at individual instruments to take advantage of, okay? This is how you properly make money in the markets. So let's go ahead and look at the QQQ. So right now the Qs are sitting at $363. Now in the Discord, I told them this morning, I sent that message out to everyone in the Discord, exactly what to expect and where we are going. I called it absolutely perfectly before the markets opened, that strong movement that we've seen today of 1.5%. Now here's the thing, we should expect the Qs to make their way to that $370 level. So we've still got room to the upside from here, okay? We've got room to move up. That is our bias, and that is what we should be expecting. Now, yes, let's give some room for some natural fluctuations in the market, but the bias is we have room to move to the upside. And because of that, we can now look at some individual instruments and where we could take advantage of, snipe those opportunities and make that money, because we've already got our bias formed, which is bullish, movement to the upside. Now let's look at some individual names and where we can kind of capitalize on that, all right? Let's take a look at Tesla to begin with, because we can't really start today's video without looking at Tesla, given that incredible move that we've seen of 8%. Okay, and you guys know in that last video, I told you exactly where Tesla's going to go. I told you it's going to drop down to that 215 to 210 level, and that is where you're going to get the buyers stepping in full effect. And if you look at the price action today, look at that movement today of 8% up. That is exactly what I was trying to warn you guys about, trying to give you the heads up about in the last video of what is going to be happening to Tesla. You're seeing it unfold for your very eyes, okay? And this was done without any fundamentals, without anything, but just purely the charts. And this is that expert level, right? That expert level, which has the ability to generate millions. If you're able to go ahead, correctly know when the markets are going to move, when they're going to shift up or down, is the ability to generate you millions over your lifetime, right? So this is a big deal. I hope you guys are actually tuning in and paying attention to this, and I hope I've got your focus. So where should we expect Tesla to go from here, okay? Well, we've known we've got our bias formed from the Qs. We know market should be going up to that 370 level. Tesla has got room to go to 240, okay? So we should expect Tesla to move to that 240 level, and I expect it to happen in the short term this week. All right, I expect Tesla to hit that 240 this week, so we still got room to the upside. And by the time it gets to 240, the Qs will probably be at 370. Now, at the 240 level is when we can see a bit of selling pressure, when we can see some more, maybe some pullbacks, maybe some sideways, some chop action, okay? Because that 240 level, that's going to be some resistance. That's going to be a place, an area it's going to be a little bit tricky to just blast straight through it. So that is the expectation. Listen, a lot of money has been made on Tesla in this move that we've seen, because I told you guys, I gave you the heads up in the last video. So make sure you guys are getting up in the game. Make sure you guys are first to know exactly what charts and prices are going to be doing by entering and joining the Discord. All right, every single day I'm letting the guys know prices, price levels, where plays are going, right, so they can go ahead and make money on those moves. All right, so make sure you guys are in there and taking advantage of it. So that's what we should expect from Tesla. And I told you in the last video, okay, it's not just Tesla, right? We've got TSLL. This is like Tesla on steroids, guys. Tesla on steroids right here. If you look at the movement today, 12%. I told you guys in the last video, make sure you look at this one. This one is getting ready to make a move. And this is the move that we've seen today. Now, obviously, this moves 1.5 times Tesla. So if Tesla's going to move up, get to that 240 level, TSLL is also going to move up higher. So this one still has more room to the upside in accordance with the movement in Tesla. Okay, so it's not only understanding prices, price action, but just making sure you're utilizing the best instruments, all right, to make money. And TSLL is an absolute money printer, guys, an absolute money printer, because of the way this thing moves. That 10% movement in the day, that is money, guys. Let's move to the next one. We've got AMD, all right? I want to cover off AMD with you because this is one that I spoke to you guys about in the last video. And I told you AMD is going to, someone please tell me what level I told you it's going to make a bounce from. $102, all right? If you guys remember, I said this is going to move to $102. Check the charts, all right? On Friday, it moved exactly to 102 and shot up from there and has continued to move again. This is just comes with that high level of understanding charts, flow, price action, and something that you guys can achieve as well if you just take the time to be aligned to someone who is exceptionally good at this. All right, so AMD also has room to the upside, room to move a little bit higher, again in accordance to the Qs. But we know once Qs gets that 370 level, expect some chop, expect a little bit of, sideways price action. But I don't want to spend too long on AMD because there's an even better, mover that I want you guys to pay attention to, and that's SOXL. SOXL, again, this is a steroid play. This is the semiconductor index times 3. Big movement today, up 9%, $21.94. Listen up, we're at a minor level of resistance here, okay? Doesn't matter, we can move past it because we know the Qs can get to 370. If we can see the SOXL get to that $22 level, all right, tomorrow, Wednesday, might get to that 22 comfortably, this thing is moving to $25 and it's bringing the whole semiconductor index, semiconductor plays with it up to $25. So again, that is money, guys. And again, at that 25 level, that is in line with the bias that we formed on the Qs. That's in line with our Tesla. So everything is lining up for continued movement to the upside. Guys, so to finish up, make sure every single morning before markets open up, you're checking out the stock channel that's over at the Discord. That's where you'll see me post up the levels and forecasted price movements for different plays out there in the markets for you to take advantage of. And very importantly, make sure you are checking your emails because you're going to get a Patreon email anytime I enter into a trade, and anytime that email lands in your email box, guys, it is money. All right, so make sure you're checking your emails for the plays and the trades that I am taking. Catch you guys on the next one.